Welcome back, everyone. Today I am finally getting what I should have gotten at the 2025 Florida auctions. If you remember, I'll put it in here right after this. I'll put it in where I wanted to get a rake for the Mini, and I should have gotten the pins, and I talked about how I didn't realize I needed the proper pins. So that's one thing I'll be bidding on. That'll be for the Yanmar. That'll be good for clearing out the ditches and clearing out the retention pond and along the edge of the lake. And I did make a mistake. I should have bought, I didn't really pay attention to the pins because I felt that those pins would be fine, and I didn't realize that Cat does this system where they've got like a plate that is welded to the pin that bolts into here that holds it in, so there's no hole drill. As you can see on these, the way they do it is there's a hole in the pin and a hole on that sleeve, and you just lightly put a bolt through there so that it can't pull out. So I need to get Cat pins, and I could have bid on them because they had them right there, and probably would have been half the price of what I'll get them for. But what are you gonna do? So I've called up Teran Industries down in Florida where those came from, and I made a good deal with them because I got them roughly for the same price I could have got them at the auction, which was a lot cheaper than what their listed price was. So that was nice of them to work with me on that. But I am getting the delivery, and I just got a call that they're about 10 minutes away, so let's go see how they packed it. Morning. Okay. There's my pins. Quite expensive pins. It was $600 a piece with the shipping. And the rake, so that's the one that I wanted to get at the auction, and it was going to be like 3 hours after the bucket went up for auction. And I know Miss Wonderful didn't want to stay, and I really didn't want to stay either. So Teran, they took good care of me. Got it for almost the same price that it went for at the auction. So that was a good thing. And now I'm going to get this unstrapped, and I'll get the I took the Mini out of the shelter yesterday, so it's ready to go, and we'll see what it can do. All right, so here's the rake. One of the things that I didn't realize they were not going to include was the bolts, the keeper bolts on the pins themselves. They just had a zip tie holding them in place, so I had to go find a couple. One's too long, one's a hair too short. I would prefer this not to be so tight. I needed to get those locking threads locked, so it's tighter than I like, because if you make those tight, I don't think it'll be an issue on these, but on a big machine like that, you can snap the bolts off if it's too tight, because with the flexing and the stretching a little bit of the metal, when you put a lot of pressure on it, it can snap those bolts. Even those are grade 8. And the one on the bottom is too long, so I put some washers just to try to keep it inside the realm. I didn't want it sticking out too much on the bottom, because when you put it down like that, I don't want the bolt to be getting bent or hung up on something. So I will replace those. Just, you know, I can't wait. I'm the kind of guy that doesn't paint the model, the inside of the model, before you put it together. I want to get it all together, and then I struggle with painting. I don't do that anymore, but when I was a kid. But I have the same mentality now. I just like to get things done. I want to try it out. And here's the pins, my $600 pins each. So this is what I needed, as I talked about in the other video. I needed to have this plate right here. That's what threads on. Keeps it in place right there. So this did come. They did give me the bolts and the washers, so I just put them in place so they don't get lost. I've got to remount the holes because there's some paint in there, so I'm going to take a wire brush, which I'll do anyway, to get the rust out of those. Not that it really matters, but no sense starting it off that way. So all right, so I don't know when I'm going to be able to get these on, but at least I'll get a picture of what's going on with that rake anyway. I'll get some video of it. All right, let's see how this is gonna go. Wrong way. Nice. This will be good for picking up. Let's see how it works to the thumb. Let's see. Well, doesn't work good with the thumb. Not what I was hoping for. Can't pick up little stuff. It hits. That's as close as it can get, no matter where. It'll be all right for picking up big stuff, but that hits. That's not good. That's not what I was hoping for. I mean, that's as close as it gets. Well, it'll be good for a rake, but unfortunately, that's it for the thumb. I suppose it'll be fine for picking up a big clump, but it won't work for picking up little sticks. And you wouldn't want to cut that out, because that's the strength part of it. Let's go get a look at it. Everything fits nice, but it's right here where the thumb hits. Oh well, it's well made though. I guess my bolt, that long bolt, is fine. If I remember to grab one, I will, but I think it'll be all right. All right, so I cleaned out, deburred, depainted the holes, got the bolts in, but that is the reason why my old pins would not work, because that's the way this keeps the pin from coming out. I showed on these, aside from all the grease, you could see it, but they've got bolts that go through. So they do wobble and get a little wonky as they wear out a little bit, because it, like I said, you can't keep that tight, otherwise it'll break that bolt. I've done it. So this can't move. So it is a good one. Alright, I'm going to put the bucket back on, I think. right, here we are, end of video. So I don't have time to give you a demonstration with the rake because I've got to get back to the last gable of the house, which you'll probably, I don't know which video you'll see first, this one or the next one, but I'm finally just about done with those nightmares. So I'm waiting on shims before I can switch buckets, because I don't want to use the old ones. So I've got new ones that are coming out, and I'll have a video just on putting that on, because I'm sure that'll be interesting enough by itself. And I want to thank the XPO driver Jackie. Did a great professional job, was right on time, called me, met me at the gate, had everything ready as you saw in the video. That only took about 2 minutes total, so that was great. So I'm looking forward to having that rake be put it to use. I will have a future video when I finally get around to doing that. But as usual, thanks for watching. I catch you on the next one.